Attention campers, you're listening to the KTFM 104.9 Big Rig Radio Power Hour at Camp Night.
Welcome to another episode of the Big Rig Radio Power Hour. I'm your host, Linda Dominy, and sitting next to me is Dave Jackson, President and CEO of Knight-Swift. How are you?
Great, Linda. Good to be with you again.
Great. Let me give them, before I let you talk to the drivers, let me let them know all the information that's going on. So today is the big day. It's the big day. It's a 3-point shootout with Dave Jackson. So hopefully you are en route or you are already here to challenge Dave Jackson.
Wow.
Are you ready? That's the question, because we've been piping him up all week long. Yeah. He's like, I don't know.
I think, I walked through the gym on the way in and saw there were 3 guys in there that were warming up. And if those are the 3 I'm going against, I'm not worried.
Oh, you hear that?
Okay.
You hear that? Them's fighting words.
Yeah, I'm going to go down in flames on this one. I can tell already. So, no, it'll be fun.
Yeah, for sure. And don't forget tomorrow's dodgeball. We've got drive-in with the owner-op team is against Reefer and Ports. So that'll be fun. We also have a little hidden gem. It's going to be an adult trikes with wagons attached, and it's going to be a race. It's going to be hilarious. We're going to see just how good they are backing a wagon.
On a tricycle.
Nice. I just cruised on the tricycle. It was a lot of fun. So I'll turn it over to you for you to give a message out to our drivers.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's Driver Appreciation Week, best week of the year in this industry. We hope that it carries over for the other 51 weeks of the year, and you feel how much we appreciate you. But really, from the bottom of our hearts, we're so grateful for the work that you do, for the time you put in, for the focus, the professionalism you have over the road. We're grateful for the support of your families and recognize the sacrifices that you make to do this job. And we work our hardest. Those of us that are not over the road, that don't have the kind of skills that you do, we work our hardest to try and support you and to help you to be successful, to make sure we have enough loads, to make sure we have equipment that we can that's well maintained, that we can afford new equipment, that we can continue to evolve with technology. And so we work hard to support you. And it's fun to have these interactions this week, that we have more so than any other time, to to show our appreciation, have some fun, and do some raffles and have some food. But the best part of this is the opportunity to meet many of you that otherwise we wouldn't meet, because everyone's heads are down working hard. And so this is the best part of the whole week, getting a chance to meet you. So from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of all of those that work hard to serve our drivers, we're grateful for you and appreciate all your hard work.
Awesome. That was great. If you look through, I don't know if they can see yet, but we have somebody else in the studio.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
This is Russell Yoakum. He's a trainer with us. Russell, how long have you been with Knight?
I've been with Knight for 4 years, and I've been a trainer for 2 of those 4 years.
For 2 of those 4. And your drive van?
Yes. I work on the drive van.
Have you driven any other business before?
Like
dry, port, refrigerator?
No, I haven't been in any other divisions.
Yeah.
Just been drive in.
Okay.
Happy there.
All right. So we had the trainers ask some questions, and I believe you have those questions to ask Dave Jackson.
Yes, I've got some driver submitted questions for you, Dave. Question number 1 would be, what are we doing as a company to make sure our drivers are taken care of?
Well, let's just jump right into it. So first off, Russell, we appreciate you. We appreciate you being a trainer and the work that you go to. And we recognize that requires quite a bit of skill. And not anybody can be a trainer. And some people perhaps train for the wrong reasons. We do try and incentivize and make it worth your while economically, but we find time and time again that the people that are the best at training and enjoy training are people who genuinely like to see other people grow and succeed and take genuine satisfaction out of that. And I know I do. And in my little world that I live in, and seeing other people succeed is very gratifying. And so my sense is you're one of those. You're one of those special trainers where you have you have patience of Job, and yet you know how the job needs to be done, and you can share it and teach it with simplicity. And I'm sure that the trainees that come out of your training are well qualified. And so you've been hand selected to come in here and be part of this, which I'm sure is totally natural to be in front of a camera, peppering me with questions. But and we should tell people that if they can hear a little toddler crying in the background, it's your 15. Is that what you said? 15?
15
Yeah,
months.
15 months. Yeah.
It's your little 15-month-old who's in the room over here with your wife. So
Yeah.
beautiful family. Okay. I wasn't trying to filibuster from the question, but I just wanted to get that out.
I appreciate that very much.
Appreciate all that you do.
Thank you.
Now, what are we doing to help the driver? Is that what help our drivers?
Yeah. Basically, what are we doing to make sure that our drivers are taken care of?
So, that's an evolving question. During the pandemic, there was a time in March, or it was March or late March, early April of 2020 when the pandemic hit, and we realized and anticipated that it would be very difficult for our driving associates to get access to bottled water, food, and all kinds of things while you were over the road, because everybody had switched to drive-through, and you can't drive a Peterbilt or a Volvo through a drive-through.
Sure can.
And some states even were closed down rest stops. So we jumped on the horn, and we partnered with the big. I had conversations immediately with the CEOs of the three big truck stop chains, and we all kind of worked together to make sure that states were not shutting down truck stop restaurants, because one state did that initially, and we got that reversed quickly. Another state shut down their rest stops, as you may remember, and we helped them understand that if we want to continue to eat food, we're going to need to have rest stops open so that we can continue to function. And so it's amazing that as the supply chain, just a side note, as the supply chain has been so warped and disfigured for almost anybody who sells any product, the one piece that has continued to deliver is we continue to move loads. We continue to safely pick up and deliver loads. Now, sometimes not as fast as they want, because the volumes kind of surged all of a sudden. Everybody was desperate and needed it. But we have continued to execute and operate our business because our drivers have continued to show up and get the job done. And so that was a totally different way to support our drivers. We felt like whether it was food, provisions, we bought many, many truckloads of food and tried to, at least during those critical times, to those that were coming through some of our facilities, to try and help aid that. But so I guess that part of that point is trying to always anticipate and evolve around what's the world you're dealing with. Now, normally I don't share details from a employee's review, but yesterday I had the privilege to do the annual review for Mike Liu. Mike Liu is in charge of all of our night operations. And I hope Mike doesn't mind if I share what one of his goals was. Normally, I wouldn't share his personal goals, but I thought this was such a great goal, and maybe this will show you part of where his time is focused. His goal is to reduce 80% of the phone calls that our drivers have to make. And he is determined. I've already had a meeting this morning with a company that analyzes phone calls, and they can figure out why you're calling to help you figure out what we can be doing to prevent you from having to call and get a load number or having to do things. And so the goal for the phone calls isn't we don't want to hear from you. It's we want the phone calls to be the meaningful conversations. And we want to try and anticipate when you might have to make a phone call about anything relating to maintenance, pickup numbers, load numbers, pre-plans, information that we can flow to you and make your life a little bit easier. And so he has that goal, and I fully support him, and we're going to spend a lot of money to try and help make that work. Another example would be, I'm embarrassed at how our messaging works. I feel like when we message back and forth, sometimes we share way too much info. You know exactly what you need, and you want to go back and find it. And it's like finding someone in the phone book sometimes to just go get a pre-plan or something. you agree with that? I mean, is that we have room to
Yeah.
improve there?
Yeah, now that you bring that up, that's
Great.
one of
that wasn't a problem. Now I'm no.
that's one of the things that is difficult as a trainer is teaching the students to kind of decode our message system when it comes to load assignments and stuff like that. It's not in the easiest format to read. There's a lot of different codes and stuff that you kind of need to know, whether it's a live load, a drop and hooks, whatever the case may be. And it's not exactly user friendly in that aspect.
Yeah.
So that's somewhere that when I train, I have to teach them a lot of that stuff. And
Yeah.
and even then when they get out on their own, they still call me like, hey, what does this mean again? Or where do I find this piece of information?
Well, we're in the process of changing the training program to spend more time on the computer or on the in-cab device to help with that. But we're bound and determined to simplify that. In fact, the company that we use, Elios, we're the largest investor in that business, and so it allows us to mold that digital experience over time. Historically, the reason that we work with these ridiculous codes is there was one provider of it used to be satellite before we had cell phones, but satellite coverage, and it was Qualcomm, which is now Omnitrax, and they came up with this macro system, and we would communicate with these macros, and that kind of fit back when we all used to have pagers, remember? And you got a 911 page that told you you better, she's in labor kind of thing, and we don't use pagers or beepers anymore. And half of you on this don't even know what that means. And so that's okay. It was something archaic we used to use. And so that's kind of how in-cab communication developed. And so there are not very many providers of software for companies to manage the business. So we use some software that has been around for decades that is very robust and, knock on wood, is very secure from a cybersecurity perspective, which is a growing risk for businesses, especially large businesses. But we've kind of inherited that old nomenclature in terms of how we communicate. So we're bound and determined to do that. We've asked for the ability to maybe prioritize or have topics in the messaging, so you can see all your pre-plans, you can see certain messages in better ways. So over time, we'll continue to evolve. One thing hopefully our drivers appreciate and have noticed is you can download the mobile app and you have the in-cab, and it's the same. It used to be we would have an application on the phone, a phone app, to make up for all the deficiencies that the oversized pager on the in-cab device couldn't do. And so we've tried to bring that into one digital world from a payroll and a moving loads perspective. We're currently spending a lot of time and money and working on navigation. I don't know if it'll ever be perfect, but we're making massive investments to continue to improve the navigation so that it becomes more and more reliable for you. So those are some examples of just a few things we're working on.
Well,
Before-
that's awesome.
Before you go to the next question, I think we probably should ask you a question. And so the first question that we have for you is, do you see a difference in the drivers who've gone through our training versus other training? I
do. Actually, I see a huge difference for many reasons. Our training program, whether they go through Squire or Top Gun, I may be a little biased, but I think it is one of the best CDL schools you can find, honestly. And I know that because I train a lot of people that come from other CDL schools. And I really do see a big difference in their abilities and their confidence behind the wheel. A lot of CDL schools don't use the equipment that you're going to find when you go get your first CDL job. A lot of CDL schools are using a day cab truck, which is a much shorter truck without a sleeper.
Right.
And they're using a 28-foot trailer to train.
And the truck's usually old enough to vote.
Correct. Yeah. Whereas, our CDL school, we train on full-size sleeper highway spec trucks with 53-foot trailers.
Right.
Because guess what? That's what you're going to be driving when you get out there. So when they come from another school that only pulled 28-foot trailers around, I basically have to start from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because I can kind of eliminate bad habits and stuff that they may have had. But it's just much easier when they come from Squire or Top Gun, because then they can get in the truck and they know how to make a right turn.
Right.
They know the difference in feeling the extra weight of a larger trailer And all those things really do make a huge difference.
Right.
So Russell, what would you say to somebody who had a bad experience as a trainer? So they trained somebody 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, maybe even shorter, and they didn't have the best experience. Perhaps they got a driver that was kind of from a driving school. They maybe didn't get the kind of real life practice and range work that they probably needed. What would you say to somebody, particularly as we're ramping up our own training, and we have a couple of different programs we have and we've accelerated those dramatically. So there's a lot more of those night trainees coming out. What would you say to a trainer who had a bad experience before?
I would say, if you had a bad experience at another company, don't give up on this industry because of that. You can go somewhere like Knight through the Squire program or our Top Gun program and kind of get a fresh start at trucking, and then find that, hey, when this is done correctly and when the training really does set you up to be confident behind the wheel, all of a sudden that bad taste in your mouth is going to go away.
Okay.
And you kind of have a fresh start at a wonderful career.
Right.
Good advice.
Well, let's turn it back over to you. Let's ask Dave another question.
Okay. Question number 2 from drivers is, where do you envision the company going in the next 5 years or maybe even the next 10 years?
Wow.
Great question.
Okay, I'm going to try and be brief because we're supposed to be on a schedule here. So it's only 5 or 10 years. That's all I've got to cover. I think that the value of a regular route truckload only continues to go up. And that's what we do. And we hear a lot about dedicated. The issue is that this industry has always leaned towards whatever was most efficient. And that's what wins the day. And the reality with dedicated is there's often quite a bit of empty miles. Very few people have the exact same number of loads going from here to there and then all the way back. That's the same customer. So what we're able to do in our irregular route network is be very diverse from a customer base perspective, and yet at the same time develop predictability in lanes for our drivers while servicing different customers. And here's the most important piece: while leveraging trailer pools. And so since electronic logs have been band-aided for the whole industry, which we've been using for a decade, but now everybody is finally on the same standard, our customers find tremendous value out of the ability to preload a trailer and have us come pick it up, or give them a day or two to unload it instead of an hour or two. And so it works for our drivers, works for our productivity, but also works for the customers. And so we have dramatically grown our tractor to trailer ratio over the last 3 years as a result of this. Collectively, as an overall company, we're in the mid 70,000 range of trailers. We have more trailers than anybody does. In fact, we have really twice as many as the next closest irregular route orange carrier, if you know who I'm talking about. And so just to give you a sense of the magnitude of trailers that we have. And so we've put a lot of money and developed a lot of proprietary technology to help in that process of matching our drivers with the right trailer. And hopefully you've started to see that. You're going to continue to see a lot more there. I should have mentioned that before in terms of what we're doing to support our drivers. But I think over the next 5 years, near term, I think we see huge advantages and huge wins and opportunities because of that efficiency. Over the next 10 years, because we're the largest, overall, our parent company will do about $7.5 billion worth of revenue this year, and we're profitable. And that means we can spend money on technology that the smaller players can't quite do. And so we think that there continue to be technology advancements along the line of safety that can continue to help the experience for the driver, help with the training process. And so I think you're going to see a lot more technology over the next 10 years support the driver, not replace the driver.
Right.
That's awesome.
So I know you have, how many more questions do you have?
I have technically 2, but
Two more
you
questions.
kind of answered one of them just now with the technology.
Okay. So would it be possible for us to have Dave answer that question, and then we'll just put it into the video or throw it up on the portal for the drivers? Madison, can you help us get that? And then if we could get that out there for him, that way at least we can get the answer, because you're correct. We are on a schedule.
Okay.
Somebody's a little long-winded.
It's okay, Russell.
It's me.
And so we're going to transition
Sorry.
real quick. We got a quick transition. We're going to prep the stage here and move on to our training program.
Okay, welcome back. Linda, there was, I think, a food truck pulled up and she took off running. So I'm not sure where she went. No, we're happy to have Adam sit in Linda's chair. Linda thinks that this is going to totally bomb and fail without her. And so, Adam,
Fair enough.
I trust that you're not going to let that happen.
Big
because
shoes to fill.
we may not hear the end of that if that's what happens.
Very
So,
good.
No, we love and appreciate Linda. Well, we have two very special guests. Are you going to introduce our guests?
Absolutely. So we have German. German's been with Knight for about a year and a half. He actually used to run. I used to be his terminal manager when he first came. When he joined, came through the CDL school and then came through our training program. And then we have Jose, who's been with us for 3 weeks.
Correct.
Who's currently in the training program. Jose,
As you can tell by the vest.
yes, and he's safe. He's safe. So Jose, prior to this, was a police officer in Las Vegas, right?
Yes, sir. 25 years.
25 years.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Appreciate all your service.
Longer than
So
German's been alive.
I'm only 30 years old.
Okay. Great. Well, gosh, we're happy to have you guys with us.
Thank you.
I'm happy to be here.
We want you to know that this is a filter-free zone. This is a live show. So we would ask that you keep it clean in terms of your language. No, no, but we want you to be open and honest. And so this is unscripted. It's important for everybody to know that. But you both have different perspectives here. We have one who's you're just getting it going. You're living it right now. Probably anxious to get over the road, Jose. Is that fair to say?
Very fair.
Yeah.
I'm eager to get out there and start doing the port route from Las Vegas to Long Beach and see if I like it.
Yeah, that'll be great. That's a very strong lane for us. So, and then Herman, we have you, or German as some say, but I'm going to go with Herman.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Your mom would be proud, right? If I
She
say
is.
it that way. That's good.
Yeah, she is.
So, and Herman, you went through our training program. How long ago?
Like a year and a half.
Year and a half. So still fresh enough to remember what that experience was, but you've experienced the real world. You've achieved and then gone beyond your 100,000 mile. You hit your first 100,000. Now you're at 130 some odd thousand miles.
Yes. Around there.
I love it. I love it.
Around there.
So as we get going, will you just we gave a little intro, but just tell us just a little bit about yourself, and maybe then you could also add just what your experience has been like in this process so far with our company. Why don't we start with Herman?
Oh, okay. So I'm literally from California, but I moved to Texas, El Paso, Texas. Family issues. So trucking has been in my blood since I was a kid.
Really?
But I never had the chance to do it until my wife pushed me. So I reached out to Knight, got in, went to Squire. Marty was the one that selected me and told me there's another advanced program. So I took the opportunity, and it helped me a lot because I saw what not a lot of newbies see what's going on when you're backing or you're on the road. It taught me a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's great. Jose, how about you?
Well, I retired about 3 years ago. So I traveled through South America, came back to the U.S. about 6 months ago, and was looking for something to do. So I started researching various companies and came across Knight. I figured that I didn't have no experience. I was like, there's no way that they're going to give me a job. So I started make contact with Emily. She was my recruiter, and she was like, well, just get your CDL permit, and we go from there. So started 3 weeks ago, completed my training with the guidance of Mario and Alan Reeder, excellent trainers,
Do you know how long those guys have been here?
like over 30 years, I believe, something around there.
I think Alan's. I mean, the company's only been around for 32 years, and Alan is probably at 31
30
years.
yeah.
Yes, 30.
Yeah, there's a. I went on a ride along. They filmed a YouTube video with Alan, and Linda reminds me it doesn't have as many views as her video does, but Alan's top notch. And then Mario used to live in, I think he lived in our Fontana, kind of helped us with our Fontana yard in LA. We always were working with Mario. I've been here 22 years. I've been talking to Mario for at least that long.
Great,
So these
great
are
instructors.
so you and you mentioned Marty. Marty's been here about as long as Alan.
Yes.
And so these are people who started with this company when you probably couldn't find and see two trucks together at one time, let alone to see it grow as it has. So they've been around and they've been a big part of the culture. And so anyway, I just, it's worth noting most companies don't have people like that
Like that.
that get an opportunity to deal with our newest drivers coming in. So
Correct.
Great
um,
guys, though. Great guys.
they're great. Yeah. So maybe let's talk for just a second about this program. Both of you have something in common, and you're in and you participated in a special program that we started a couple of years ago,
Right.
where we use a lot more technology, and we use simulator technology. There's a curriculum that really gets you thrown into the middle hands-on very quickly, and it's proven to be rather effective in terms of how we measure success from that. And that's drivers that are still successful and safe a year from now, 2 years from now. Maybe could you talk a little bit about what that experience? You're just getting going, and Herman, you were involved. How would you say that using that technology helped you?
Yeah, I saw the big picture because like going inside and looking at those simulators, it's like if you've never been in a truck, it gives you an idea of what you're gonna expect. It's like a video game, but it's nice because you can make mistakes there, and then when you're on the reel, you're not gonna put those mistakes in play.
Yeah.
But it helped me a lot. It
Good.
did help me a lot. See how everything is.
Good. What's your experience been like so far?
In my case, after I completed the 3 week of CDL school here, I was still intimidated by backing up. I was that afraid of getting in a truck and backing up. And from Monday to today, it has made such an impact and difference on me that right now I feel so confident on getting in a truck and backing up, and I can do it.
Yeah.
Thanks to Lovey and the simulator training that you guys
Yeah.
have. And I think that you guys should implement that through all the CDL drivers that come through the training here. Just
We're-
put them through the
Yep.
advanced training.
We're trying. Those simulators aren't cheap. They cost as much as a new truck, and they don't haul any loads like trucks do. So, but we have a dozen across. I'm looking back at
Yeah, we-
Ashley. How many?
23 simulators, 11 locations,
Wow.
Okay.
and then several more planned.
Yeah, it's just getting going. So the test phase is officially over, and Herman was part of the test phase. So we're another 1,000 drivers that have helped us to have the confidence to roll this out like you're suggesting. And so you're going to see that. And what would you say, Adam? What would be the benefit to our experienced drivers who have considered training but aren't sure they want to train? What would you tell them about a driver that goes through this program?
I think, one of the main differentiators of our program are the instructors that we have. And then the curriculum is set up to make the training program more comfortable for both the trainees and the trainers. We're trying to take some of the unknowns out of it, trying to take some of the things that a trainee might be anxious about, take that out of it, kind of experience that on Top Gun, where it's very open. It's very, it's very open conversations. We don't have any questions that are dumb. It's just a very comfortable process. So, hopefully you felt that with Lovey this week, that, anything that might be on your mind, anything that you might be curious about or nervous about, you're able to ask that. And then you get with your trainer, and then that experience, you're already, a leg up on what you would have been. And then for the trainer too, you're getting somebody that's already a little bit more comfortable, that's already slept in a truck, that already knows, some of the differences that someone fresh out of school wouldn't have.
Yeah. So it's an exciting program, and not many people know about it, do they?
No, it's new.
Yeah, and we don't talk about this publicly. We think that this is something unique, and but hey, the proof's in the pudding, and we're seeing it. I think that for me, because I've been involved with this since the first test and the first range that we did at our corporate office, and we had to take out some medians in the parking lot and lose some parking to be able to just test it hands on because we wanted to be close to it. And what got me the most excited, that told me, hey, this could go somewhere, was we had drivers come in and try and do a certain number of maneuvers in a certain amount of time. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
But that's part of the secret sauce, so we don't talk about it publicly. And on Monday morning, we had individuals come and try and do that. And then on Friday afternoon, they try it again. Of course, you try it throughout the week, but by Friday afternoon, and it is such a difference. Not only can you accomplish the maneuvers in the amount of time, but you have usually time left over, as opposed to only doing a couple or a few maneuvers in before time expires. And so to see that measurable progress over 5 days is just so exciting. And anyway, we've made some investments in other technology that over time you'll see will help this program continue to move forward. Adam, any questions for this?
Well, want to kind of transition into a little bit of a fun game, this or that. So I'll just ask, a couple. Well, I'll name a couple things. You'll tell me which you prefer.
All right, that works.
All right. So we'll start with hot chocolate or apple cider. Going with the camping thing that we have.
Apple cider.
Apple cider.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. I'm hot chocolate. How about you, Dave?
Hot chocolate. Yeah.
Hot chocolate. All right. Would you rather camp in a tent or under the stars?
Tent.
Tent.
Yes, sir.
Stars.
Tent.
Hotel. How about cooking or eating out?
Cooking.
Cooking.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite thing to make?
I can make anything. I'm a good cook.
All right.
Wow.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm a
How
heck
about
of a
you, German?
cook.
Eating out.
Every time I see German, he's asking for me to pick him up a burrito or a hamburger or something.
Chipotle.
Chipotle. Yep. That was last time. Absolutely. Sunflower seeds or trail mix?
Sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds. Dave.
I'd say Spitz barbecue sunflower seeds.
Okay.
Mm.
Specific brand. I like
Kind
it.
of a connoisseur of. You have kids who play baseball, you kind of become a connoisseur.
There you go. TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
Jose's like, I have to choose one.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, I like communication. Is that an option? Like normal?
There you go.
Yeah,
Pick up the phone, call somebody.
yeah. I'd say pass. No. I'm waiting for the next one. That I went all in on MySpace and didn't go well. So,
Just design your own page. Only had the one friend, Tom, at the bottom.
yeah, that's right.
Modern video games or old school arcade games?
Old school.
Serious.
I'm with you there.
Modern.
Modern?
Modern,
Okay.
really?
Mm,
Yeah. I'm old school, like
Yeah.
Spy Hunter. Remember that one?
I do.
Yeah.
We have,
Pole position.
we have Pac-Man at the house. It's my son's favorite game.
Oh wow, that's great.
Basketball or bowling? This is going to transition us into the activity today.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Bowling.
Bowling.
Want to try the new?
All right. Are you any good?
I'm rusty, but I can keep up.
Yeah,
You-
basketball.
You, have to say basketball
Yeah,
because you're
yeah.
shooting later.
It's the 6'4" rule.
All right. Campfire or camp stove?
Campfire.
Campfire.
Yeah, campfire.
Makes it taste better, right? All right. Hiking or hammocking?
Hiking.
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 It is now.
Mm,
I don't know if the people realize that was Linda off camera who.
Oh,
Ran to the food truck a little bit ago.
Well, yeah.
All right. We'll make this the last one. Music or podcast?
podcast.
Music.
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 What kind of music do you like, Jose?
Reggaeton.
Okay.
Spanish music.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Mm,
Very good.
How about you, Herman? What kind of music do you like?
Love.
Love.
Love songs.
Wow.
It breaks me down.
Does it?
Yes.
Wow. Who's your favorite? Like what's a love song? Like Celine Dion type
There you go.
Power of Love
The
kind of stuff?
Titanic.
Titanic.
Yes,
All right. Lionel
that one.
Richie.
Yeah.
I appreciate how open you've been about that. That's
Takes a real man.
That takes a
Yeah.
real man. Yeah.
Yep.
When I need to slow it down and get lovey, I guess, from a just lower my blood pressure, I guess is the
It
point
is.
after a busy day. I listen to my couples skate only playlist, which are songs you would hear in the 1980s at a roller rink.
There you go.
Couple skate only. So you may
Nice.
check that out.
Your
you know.
neon
will.
windbreaker.
Yeah.
You kind of holding the microphone like you might sing, German.
I want to.
All right. We'll do that. That'll be another segment, I guess. We'll go ahead and transition to the next segment. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for
Appreciate
being
you
part
so
of our
much.
family.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having
you
us.
having.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ta-da! The set has changed,
Thank you.
and good thing, because woo, did they go overtime?
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed, but we had to take out a whole section. No surprise here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
well,
Just saying. He gave me a hard time. That's my
We-
turn to get back.
we can't do it without you, Linda. Is that what you're looking for?
I went to the food truck and it was good.
Okay, good.
Sitting in the studio with us today are two owner ops who were once company drivers and are now owner ops with Night Transportation. We have Rigoberto and
ma'am.
Rhonda.
Hi.
Welcome to
Hello.
the show.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank
All
you,
right. So how long have you been with Night?
I'm working on my 8th year, and
I'm on my 7th year.
Oh, so y'all been with us for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. And so you started out, you said originally company. I know we started and then
yeah, we I went to the Squire program here,
okay.
and then did my first 100 and something thousand miles when my wife decided to get her license, and she went to the Squire program.
I went through the Squire program exactly a year after he did.
After he
Okay.
did. Okay. That's awesome. So then both of y'all team?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. So living in the truck. So now you got to live in the truck with your husband. How's that versus? I mean, some people have trouble living in a house. Now you're living in this tiny.
That's why I rode with him for a year before I got my license.
Make sure
We
you
come
didn't
off
kill him.
of being an Army wife to becoming a truck driver, where he was always gone, and then we're together all the time.
Right.
Oh, I had to make sure.
It's a big
transi-
adjustment.
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah, that's a big transition.
Now, did you train her as well?
No,
No.
they didn't allow me because of the sibling program, and
Yeah.
they didn't think I would be fair. But I told her
Spouse thing.
I would send her to
Well, that's
another trainer. I don't cut slack. I
It may
treat
have
her
been the
like the
best thing
military.
for your marriage is that you weren't her trainer, right?
No, I was trained by Alfonso.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
That's,
And so
That's-
then you were prior Army. How long were you in?
A little under 12 years, ma'am.
All right.
wow. Thanks
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right. So now that you switched over and you're now owner op and you're a team, if we had some people out there who were thinking about being owner ops, could you give them some advice on what makes you successful as an owner op?
Well, for one, my wife being my teammate, all our revenue went towards us so we could build our business. But what I would say is if you do go into owner op, take the good with the bad. And same thing for company drivers. Don't, short runs don't always mean that, it's going to be a bad day for you because it leads to the better runs.
Right.
So owner op, don't worry about the deadhead miles because, like they say, it takes money to make money. So if you have to spend a little on deadheading to the next load, and so be it. Save money, and conserve your fuel. That's our biggest expense.
Yeah.
Conserve your
It's fuel.
fuel. If you're in a company driver thinking about it, you could do what I did, and I trained myself to conserve fuel for the company, so I could bring that mentality over to our business.
And how do you conserve fuel?
Uh, for me, when she's off the truck, if it's below 80 degrees, I don't idle. Even though we're governed at different speeds in company trucks, I set my cruise control at 68, faster than most company trucks, and still have a little bit left to pass that slow truck. But I maintain 68 whether I'm heavy, light. If I'm super heavy, I'm cruising at 63, 64. There's no rush. Even though we drive for expedited, they always give us enough time to deliver our loads. So yeah, that's how we save fuel.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I drive overnight, so most time I do 65, 63. I just don't care. I'm like, nobody's out here, so I'm just gonna do me.
There you go. Yeah.
So you prefer to drive at night?
I do.
Yeah.
Mhm. And he
Alright.
drives during the day with the traffic.
She gives
Which
me
is-
SoCal traffic.
So-
Lovely.
So have
That's
you
awesome.
have you found that that having sufficient funds in your maintenance escrow, or setting aside a few cents a mile for tires to build a maintenance escrow to be prepared for things, have you noticed that reduces your anxiety as an owner?
It does. I talked to numerous owner operators outside of Night, about their experiences and all that. And by far, and I could only say this as my experience and from what I heard from other guys, when I put together, Night has the best owner operator program. That's why I don't plan on going anywhere. Had many chances to get my own authority, but the program, for the maintenance escrow account, I have yet to dig into our bank accounts to fix one of our trucks for any repair. It's all taken off of the escrow
yeah.
program that you
Yeah.
guys have. If we go into the negative, then I just tell them, hey, instead of 5 cents, up it to 15 cents.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
It's working
Yeah.
for us.
How many trucks do you have?
We have 4 trucks.
4
currently.
trucks, and after this, we're gonna go check out a few more trucks to bring in the 5th one.
Wow.
Wow.
Problem is 2 of our trucks are manuals and nobody knows how to drive a manual.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, in a former life, I was back in 2002, I think it was. I was asked for our company to start a program of selling our used trucks.
Mhm.
Up to that point, we had only sold brand new trucks, and they were classic,
Mhm.
the Freightliner classics, and about 4 miles of the gallon fuel.
Oh no, that would not work.
so we transitioned and we began to sell our 38-month-old trucks as they came out, and so that's when we started a warranty program with them, and really developed the lease purchase program for independent contractors. And so I had the opportunity to be in charge for a little while there of our owner operator program, and absolutely loved the opportunity to work with owner operators. I would say that if you're a driver where you have good experience, you can financially be in a position to absorb the fact that you're on your own for repairs, right? And so you need to be ready for that. The other thing is you're on your own if you get sick or have something unforeseen that happens. You need a little bit of reserve going in. One thing I noticed is folks that decided on a whim to be an owner operator and didn't come in prepared, it became very difficult. And so you seem to have approached it in a very thoughtful way to prepare for the future, to be prepared for things to happen, set that extra money aside so that you got something to buy a tire when it sneaks up on you unexpectedly. And you seem to be living that formula, which is one I saw 20 years ago that proved to be effective back then. So tell us just a bit what you own your own business. You're not company drivers any longer, so you're independent contractors, and but still you would rely on a very healthy relationship with your terminal. Which terminal do you drive out of?
We drive out of Fontana, but we're with the expedited division.
Yeah. So what's it like working with them on expedited loads?
Monday through Thursday when we have FedEx runs, it could be a bit hectic
Yeah.
since FedEx people want their packages.
Yes.
So once we leave Fontana, it's 10 on, 10 off for me and her.
Yeah.
All the way to Florida.
all the way to Florida from one end of the country.
Come
Tuesday,
back. Okay.
be there. Wednesday late at night on the Eastern time, or Thursday morning.
Yeah.
But besides that, no, it's a great.
Good.
We have a great working relationship with our terminal with SoCal. We only been to three terminal managers, one DM, which
Yeah.
is unheard of.
It's wonderful.
Me and Jamie and Rhonda have been working together for 7+ years.
Isn't that
Nice.
wonderful? I love
That's
it.
nice.
Yeah, so
Well,
We followed him to Expedited.
yeah, he
did you? Oh, that's
Sure
great.
did.
I love that.
Wow. That's great.
We have to move on to this next
Okay.
segment, but Beto, Rhonda, so grateful for your wonderful service to our company as contractors now and now business owners, growing business owners.
Mhm.
Congrats on all the success.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right. Stay tuned as we round out to the trike obstacle.
To move the economy along literally and do so safely.
For these men and women to step up and go out in a very uncertain time.
and literally keep the whole system going.
When you go down a grocery store aisle and see the shelves are empty, that's scary.
We'll deliver over 2,000 or 3,000 stops to a grocery store every single day.
This isn't a job you can just fake your way through it.
Truckers work around the clock.
I just have so much respect and gratitude.
So those drivers that are out there that we rely on as an economy, they're just golden.
Now what? What? How about you? She talks to you, and I'll just already go with that down there. Wait, no.
y'all ready? Are we live yet?
We are.
We're live? Oh, we're live. Hello, guys. So we're here located in what's going to be our future museum. If you see behind me, we've got the 2023 trucks. Please come check them out, see what the difference is between the truck you have and the truck we have today. We have two drivers. We've got Victor and we've got Chuck, and they are going to do this figure eight all the way up, down the lane and back. And we're going to get a winning. Are y'all ready? We're going to count them down. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go! There we go. Now tell me, was it more difficult than a regular old truck?
Yes, this is more difficult.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's it for us. We're going live to the shootout with Dave Jackson. So follow me to the basketball court.
You practiced before.
I'll get you a winner. I'll get you a prize here shortly. And then he gave me one. Rock, paper, scissors, and is up to shoot, guys. Free throw. Oh, no, he wants threes. Dave wants threes. We're doing threes. Let's hit it. One rep. All right. All right. All right, Dave. All right, let's go. He wants to go again. We're going again. Are you ready, Dave?
Yeah, I'll go first this time.
Are you ready, Dave? Okay, stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, man. Come on, Sean. Come on, Sean. Oh, so close. I hate when that happens. That's That's 4. That's 4. Come on, Sean. Nope. Come on. Woo. Oh. All right. This is the money one. This is the money one. That's 6. All right. item would you like? This is Dave's list. Which item would you like?
I like this one.
He chose the drone. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right, Dave, I believe this is your spot. You're gonna do the raffles for your top 5 gifts.
Okay,
Are you ready?
there we go.
Okay, do we have the stuff for Dave?
You sure there's nobody else that wants to come?
Yeah, we're gonna have more challenges, but we're gonna do some raffles and then come back to this.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna do the raffles right now? All right, guys, we're gonna do some raffles. I'm gonna need your assistance. So, tell me what's on, will you give me that last page? All right. Wow. Okay, can you hold this real quick? All right, guys, don't forget you have to go onto your driver portal. You go into your driver portal and you fill out the raffle ticket. I hope everybody in here has gone to the portal and filled it out. You have to do it every single day. The number's gone up. There's 580 drivers in this raffle today. So we're going to raffle off prizes. You ready? These are the prizes. These are the prizes on the back, and I'm going to give you a number. You just find that driver with that number. Do you see the numbers on the side? All right, ready? The first number. All right, so the first one's for a Yeti duffel bag. A Yeti duffel bag. I'm going to pick number 25. Number 25, who is it?
Okay, Marvin Carson out of Atlanta, Georgia.
All right, Marvin Carson. Way to go, Marvin. Marvin don't happen to be in the building, does he? No. All right, for the next one, I'm going to go to 175. 175. And it's an Amazon gift card. 175.
Donald Anderson out of Portland.
All right. Way to go, Donald. Way to go, Donald. The next one is an oven, microwave / air fryer. Is that a microwave oven, I'm assuming? So it's a microwave oven, and we're going to go to, oh, sorry, they're still taking. We're going to go to number 200. Number 200 for a microwave oven that is also an air fryer.
It's Carl Knotts out of Las Vegas. Carl Knotts.
Carl Knotts. The next one is a Stanley Cup. A Stanley Cup. This is one you drink in. Yeah, I did too. All right, let's go to the last person on the list. What was that, number 580?
Number 580 is Mark Vander Sanden out of Phoenix Ports.
Hey, he could be here. Is Mark here?
Mark here? No, Mark is not here. All right, and the very last gift. Are you ready? The last gift is deep tissue massage gun. Oh man, that feels nice. How about you pick that?
Let's go. We're gonna go with 21. My wife's birthday. Thomas Jackal out of Tulare.
Thomas Jackal. Is Thomas here? No, he's over in Tulare, hopefully. All right, guys, that's it on our show for today. I hope you stay tuned. Tomorrow, don't forget, we've got dodgeball in the house. Do not forget to go onto your portal again. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you joining me. It's always fun.
Always a treat. Always a pleasure. Thanks, everybody.
All right, we'll see you. Bye.